The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of Averett University baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Drew Wilson and I'll be bringing you today's game between the Cougars and the number 16th ranked Christopher Newport University Captains. Teams a little late starting today due to some heavy rain last night, unexpected storms in the region, pretty bad thunderstorms, and did a little damage to the field, so they took a little extra time to make sure that they could get the field looking good for today's game. And the grounds crew did a good job considering the conditions that we were left with this morning. They've been working on it for several hours, and we are ready to go. Teams are out for national anthem, so we're going to pause with them here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back as we are about to get underway here at Owen Fulton Field in Danville, Virginia. Beautiful sunny day. Probably one of the better days we've had for baseball this spring. It's been crazy weather. Cold, damp conditions, and we, of course, mentioned right before the break we had rain last night. Affected the field conditions a little bit, so that's why we're about 30 minutes delayed in starting today's game. Between Averett and Christopher Newport, these two former conference rivals haven't played in a while, though, on a regular basis since Christopher Newport left the USA South Conference. But they meet again today. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First in batting order for Christopher Newport, who comes in with a 13-4 record. They rank 16th in the latest D3Baseball.com poll. Jordan Mason will lead things off, plays center field. Connor Clark in left field. Seth Woodard at third base. Craig Johnson in right field. Nicholas Bayham at first base. At shortstop will be Nick DiNapoli. DH today for the Captains is Alex Abbey. Brandon Walker starting behind the plate today. And Austin Henry at second base. And pitching today for Christopher Newport is Josh Husby. For the Cougars, in their batting order, you have Kyle Vidano at second base, Chase McKinney at third base, Bradley Tickle at first, Dallas Smithers in left, Neil Hutchins behind the plate, Matt Tuggle starting at DH today, Zach DiCarlo in right field, A.J. Hart in center field, Ryan Traylor at short, and getting the start today for the Cougars is the freshman Austin Ford. So we are ready to get underway here. Cougars wearing their all-white uniforms, seeing you in their all-grays. And the first pitch from Austin Ford in there for a strike. Ford Next offering fouled. Actually, that's going to be a lot closer. Good diving play in foul territory. And Dallas Smithers makes the catch. So that'll be the first out for CNU on a beautiful diving play by the left fielder, Dallas Smithers. Of course, he's going to be a little soaking wet for the rest of the game, but the price you pay for trading out. So next guy up is Connor Clark. Looks at ball one from Ford. Pitch in there low for ball two. Clark batting .350 on the season. And the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Austin Ford, the right-hander, out of Madison, North Carolina, not too far away. Went to Dalton McMichael High School. 6'2", 211 right-hander, and he battles back to even the count at 2-2. Ford making his 5th appearance of the season, first start. And he gets Clark looking there for strike 3, and that'll be out number 2. So that'll bring up Seth Woodard, the third baseman. He'll step in. Woodard batting .452. A little dribbler foul down the third base line for strike 1. Coming into today, Ford, 4 appearances, no starts, had only pitched 3 2/3 innings. That pitch low and in the dirt. Has a 7.36 ERA in his limited time. 2 strikeouts. Only 3 earned runs allowed. That one misses the corner. So 2-1 the count here to Woodard. Averett coming off a win in their last game. They defeated Covenant College 12-5. This ball popped out of play to the right side. Cougars were supposed to play 2 on yesterday against Covenant, but they moved those games up to Thursday because of potential weather. So they played 2 on Thursday and 1 on Friday and had yesterday with no games scheduled. Two-two pitch from Ford, and that'll plunk Woodard. So with 2 outs and 1 aboard, that'll bring up the right fielder, Craig Johnson. Johnson batting .270. And this one in the dirt. Good job by Neil Hutchins to knock it down. Johnson does have some pop, has 2 home runs and 15 runs batted in this season. Runner on the move. He slips. He's going to get caught in no man's land. Now they've got him in a rundown. And they are going to pick him off. So that'll be the 3rd out. Tough break for Woodard. As he slipped on that dirt and couldn't get back in time. So he's down with the 3rd out. And the Cougars get out of that inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st when we come back. Cougars coming to bat. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless here at Owen Fulton Field. Leading things off for the Cougars will be Kyle Vidano, a redshirt junior second baseman, batting .355 on the season. That leads the Cougars. Has 33 hits on the year. Having a great season after missing all of last year due to injury. And first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike from Josh Husby. And Vidano fouls the second offering away, so 0-2 the count. Husby, a 6'4", 190 freshman, right-hander out of Hampton, Virginia, getting the start today. It's his third start of the season, fourth appearance. Little roller down the third base line will go foul. Husby 2-0 on the year in 14 innings pitched. Has 13 strikeouts and a 1.29 earned run average. So the freshman off to a solid start here for the Captains this season. Of course, the Cougars would hope to add to his totals in that earned run category. 0-2 pitch and hard foul over to the right side. That pitch in the dirt. Vidano not chasing, so 1-2 the count. Vidano kind of the table starter for the Cougars. As I said, he leads the team with 33 hits, has 4 doubles, including a home run, 9 RBIs, and more importantly, he scored 21 runs. By far the most on the team. He stays alive there, fouls that one off over toward the CNU dugout. So 1-2 the count here to Vidano. And that one just missed the inside corner. It's a tough one to take. But good eye by Vidano. That'll even the count at 2-2. Vidano began his career as a shortstop, but has moved over to second base. He's found a nice home over there, and he's worked the count back to 3-2. If he gets on, he's a speed factory. He's stolen 15 bases this season in 18 attempts. Husby loses them, and Vidano will draw the leadoff walk for the Cougars. That'll bring up Chase McKinney. McKinney had a heck of a day on Friday. Went 2 for 5, I believe, with 5 runs batted in. And only his third game back. He's missed most of this season with injury. Swings at the first pitch. It's going into shallow center field. That could be trouble. And that's going to drop in for a single. So McKinney aboard here as Vidano able to get down to second base in time. He had to hold up and wait and see if that ball was going to get caught. And luckily the center fielder, Jordan Mason, overran that pitch, or overran that hit. If he would have fielded it cleanly, he might have had a chance to get Vidano at second base because he had to hold up halfway. But overran it, and now the Cougars have 2 aboard here with nobody out for Bradley Tickle. Tickle, a senior, batting .283 on the season. Tickle lefty. He's showing bunt, lays a beautiful bunt down the third base line. Almost pulled the the second baseman off the bag with the throw from Husby, but they will get him in. It will be a sacrifice bunt. Move the runners over for Dallas Smithers. So Smithers has a chance to bring in some runs. He leads the team with 14 runs batted in this season. Senior batting .278. And the first pitch in the dirt with the breaking ball. Smithers already dirty after that beautiful layout for the catch in foul territory back in the top half of this inning. And lays off that high pitch. So 2-0 the count. Two and 0 pitch. That one a little low, so 3-0. Gotta imagine the take sign is on here. Due up next would be Neil Hutchins, the catcher. And Smithers actually swings at that one, so makes the count 3-1. Smithers, 3 doubles, 1 triple this season. Has a total of 27 hits, which ranks second for the Cougars. And has 11 runs scored. Time called at the plate. Umpire adds a few more balls to his pouch. And Smithers will step back in. 3-1 the count. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Pitch from Husby. Misses high, and it will be ball 4. That'll load him up for Neil Hutchins. Hutchins batting .276. Has 21 hits, including a double and a triple, and 9 runs batted in the season. So golden opportunity here for the transfer junior catcher. That pitch inside. One 0 pitch. Mills is just high. Now the first baseman, Nicholas Bayham, going to come over and have a talk with the freshman right-hander. Just have a word. Give him a little confidence booster. Husby struggling to find the strike zone at the moment. And this one chopped through the left side. That'll score 1. That'll score probably 2, and it will. And the Cougars take a 2-0 lead on the Captains with the 2 RBI single by Neil Hutchins.
Now batting number 31, Matt Tuggle.
That'll bring up Matt Tuggle, the junior from nearby Bassett, Virginia. Serving as the designated hitter today. Has 2 aboard at first and second. Big swing there. Misses for strike 1. Tuggle batting .317. Watches that one low. Tuggle with 20 hits on the year, 2 doubles, has 7 runs batted in. And fouls that one back to the backstop. So 1-2 the count here to Tuggle. And he fouls that one down the right side. That'll get out of play over by the batting cage. So 1-2 still the count. 2 aboard here for Tuggle. Husby looks in, pitch on the way, and a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Tuggle got a tiny piece of it, but it was controlled by the catcher, Brandon Walker, for the out. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Zach DiCarlo. Right fielder batting .258 on the season, has 8 hits. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. Cougars would love to keep this inning going, maybe bring in at least another run. Another big breaking ball, and Carlos swings and misses at that one, so 0-2 the count. High fastball. That one nearly hit DiCarlo. He turned and just got out of the way. So 2-2 the count. Carlo, a sophomore out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. And able to foul that one over toward the senior dugout. Good catch in the dugout by one of the captains. Carlo making his 8th start of the season. Played in 21 games, including today. And a big swing and a miss there for strike 3. So that'll be the 3rd out, but not before the Cougars pick up 2 runs. They lead the captains 2-0 after 1 inning. We'll be back here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 2nd inning. Craig Johnson back up at the plate for the captains, and first pitch lined right at Vidano for out number 1. That'll bring up the first baseman, Nicholas Bayham. Bayham batting .319 on the season. And looks at strike 1 from Ford. Bayham, a junior, out of Smithfield, Virginia. That pitch from Ford misses low for ball one. Little chopper over to third. McKinney back to get it. Good throw over to first, and that's going to pull off Tickle at the last second. So probably going to be an error there on McKinney on the throw as it pulled the first baseman off the bag. And that will be the ruling. So that'll bring up Nick DiNapoli here with a runner aboard and one out. Pitch on the way in the dirt. Good dig there by Hutchins. DiNapoli, strong season so far, batting .424. And the 1-0 pitch misses high for ball two. That pitch misses. 3-0 the count. This is the first time these two opponents have faced each other since CNU left the conference. As that pitch finds the inside corner. Have not played since nearly 5 years ago to the day. And another strike finds the inside corner. DiNapoli thought he had drawn the walk. Home plate umpire said, now wait just a second. So full count now. Payoff pitch, runner on the move, and misses inside for ball four. So time is going to be called. Head coach Drew Bailey in his first season with the Cougars. Out to talk to his team on the mound. Does have some players warming up in the bullpen. And I imagine this is one of those days where he might pitch a lot of guys. As I mentioned about this series, it's been nearly 5 years since these two teams have taken on each other. Last time was in 2013, the last time the Captains faced Averett right here at Owen Fulton Field. That was when CNU was still in the USA South Conference. That series was March 22nd and March 23rd of 2013. Averett took one of those 3 games against the Captains, who were ranked 7th at the time in the country. Of course, they're ranked 16th today. And the meeting is over. We're back underway. Ford looks in, and the pitch misses outside to Alex Abbey. Abbey DHing for the Captains today. Sophomore out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Batting .455 this season. And that ball in the dirt and gets through the legs of Hutchins. So it'll be a wild pitch. That'll move the runners over. Going back to the series, CNU leads the series overall 35-17 coming into today. Averett does, however, have a 11-10 record against the Captains at home, so they have played well here on their home turf. That ball hit up the middle. Trailer ranges over to the middle, throws over to first. Will score a run, but they will get the out. And it will be an RBI ground out by Abbey. That run will be unearned, as the Cougars should have been out of the inning with that error earlier. So with 2 outs and a runner at third base, that'll bring up the catcher, Brandon Walker. Walker batting .222. That pitch hits the outside corner. A little bit of a delayed call. And the CNU fans who made the trip, not exactly excited with it. That pitch in the dirt. Good job by Hutchins to get down and block it. Hutchins has been extremely solid for the Cougars back there this season. He started nearly every game, missed a couple games due to injury. But he's been really solid here in his first year with the Cougars. This ball laced into left field. That's going to drop in. That'll score the tying run. And it will be an RBI single for Walker. That'll tie it at 2-2. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Austin Henry. Henry shows bunt. They throw down to first base and just missed the tag as Walker got back in time. So it was a ball on the pitch. (1-0) in the dirt, so 2-0 now. Henry in the ninth hole, so we'll be going right back to the top of the order should he reach. That pitch misses low, so 3-0 the count. Both of the runs so far scored by CNU have been unearned and will be unearned in the books. And 3 straight balls. And we're going to see a pitching change here for the Cougars. We're going to take a break with them. When we come back, we'll let you know who's on the mound for Averett. You're watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network. Drew Wilson on the call for you. And new pitcher for Averett is the freshman Dylan Touchard. So Touchard comes on here with 2 on, 2 outs. Touchard making his 11th appearance on the season. That leads the team among the pitchers. This will be his 9th appearance in relief, has a 6.51 ERA, 1-1 record. Pitched 27 2/3 innings. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 1 here to Jordan Mason as Christopher Newport back to the top of its lineup. Time called at the plate. Duchard, 18 strikeouts in 27 2/3 innings. It's allowed 23 runs and 20 of those earned. 1-0 pitch. Good off-speed pitch. Catches Mason looking. One pitch. And that one hits the outside corner. So 1-2. One-two pitch from Duchard. Tries to get him with a curveball. Mason did not offer. Missed just high around the letters. So 2-2 the count. This one hit and just foul down the third base line. That didn't miss going over the bag by much. Cougars extremely lucky. That would have scored at least one run because it would have gotten down into the corner. So 2-2 count, 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch from Duchard and just misses inside, low and inside, right at his ankles. So full count now. Got to come with a good pitch here, as both runners will be on the move with 2 outs. And that ball fouled out to the left side as Mason just kind of slapped at it. It was close enough that he had to swing. So they'll do it again, full count. And that one just missed the inside corner, and we'll walk the bases loaded for Connor Clark. Clark batting .344. He struck out looking back in his first plate appearance in the first inning. Fastball misses high. Cougars just trying to get out of this jam without giving up any more runs. Fastball misses low, so 2-0 the count. Nowhere to put Clark. Duchard finds the inside corner with a good pitch there for strike 1. Clark fouls that one out of play over the Averett dugout. Turned out to be a beautiful day here in Danville. Sun out, not too windy. Temperatures hovering pretty close to 60 degrees. And Clark fouls that one away again. Stay alive. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way from Duchard. Little chopper foul down the first baseline. So 2-2 the count. 2 outs, bases loaded. And this one hit out into center field. That'll score 2. And CNU has taken a 4-2 lead here in the top of the second inning. All of these runs unearned. So runners on the corners, 2 out for Seth Woodard. Pitch from Duchard in the dirt. Hutchins scoops it out. Only 2 hits for CNU. Taking advantage of errors and walks. Quick throw to first, and that one will get away on the failed pickoff attempt. That'll score another run. It'll be 5-2. So with 1 ball, runner taken off toward motion like he was going to take off, but Clark stopped halfway and made his way back after that pitch was fouled back by Woodard. It'll be interesting to see if we have many stolen base attempts today, with the infield dirt kind of being a little torn up as the crew worked on trying to get some of the puddles out from all the rain we got overnight. That pitch misses high. Didn't see any rain expected in the forecast yesterday afternoon, and got home last night. All of a sudden started hearing some rumbles. As strike in there on the missed swing by Woodard. Late at night watching some basketball last night and heard a few rumbles and was like, couldn't believe it was what I was hearing. And then all of a sudden downpour, and it lasted for quite a while. So even though they had the tarp on the field, didn't help too much as Woodard goes down looking there for the 3rd out, but not before CNU puts up 5 runs. Cougars will come to the plate when we come back. Down by 3. And welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the second inning. A.J. Hart will lead things off for the Cougars. First pitch from Husby hit out into center field. And the catch is made by Jordan Mason for out number 1.
Now batting number 5, Ryan Traylor.
Wind not really a factor here today, at least not right now. Flag and dead center field. No life to it. Little wiggle here and there, but normally this spring we've had pretty strong gusts from right to left all season. But not so much today. Ryan Traylor, the freshman, in there, looked at ball 1. And he's going to get plunked in the back of the leg. So he'll reach here with 1 out. That'll bring up the top of the lineup for the Cougars as Kyle Vidano makes his way to the plate. Vidano batting .355. He walked to lead off the bottom of the first inning and later came around and scored. Shows bunt. Pulled it back. Walker almost threw down to first, but Traylor gets back. Vidano takes a strike there, so 1-1 the count to the junior. Vidano shows bunt again. Good bunt down the third base line. It's going to be a tough play. And it will be a bunt single for Vidano. Really good effort there by the third baseman, Woodard. And he nearly got him. Ball got away from the first baseman, Abbey, but really tough play to make, so award Vidano with a single on that play. So with 2 aboard, that'll bring up Chase McKinney. McKinney singled to center field last inning. Little bloop single dropped in. He shows bunt. This one right back toward the pitcher, and unable to field it is Husby. So that one's going to be ruled a fielding error on the sacrifice bunt attempt by Husby. So bases will be juiced here for Bradley Tickle.
Now batting number 15, Bradley Tickle.
Still only 1 out on the inning, and Cougars trying to make up for that tough top half of the inning. And Senior took the 5-2 lead. This ball hit out into left field and just goes foul. So 0-1 the count here to Tickle. Pitch from Husby. This one, little blooper out down left field, but falls foul. Good hustle there by Woodard, the third baseman. Tried to track it down and landed over his head. Tickle batting .283. He had a sac bunt back in the last inning. Huge hole over at second base. This one poked out into center field. Runner tagging up. Traylor will make the scamper home for the sacrifice fly. And the Cougars pull back within 5-3 on the sac fly by Tickle.
Now batting left fielder, Dallas Smithers.
So 2 aboard still for Smithers. Dallas Smithers looks at ball 1 high. This one hit up the middle, and they get the fielder's choice at second base as Henry tosses it over to DiNapoli for the 3rd out, but not before Averett gets 1 run back. CNU leads Averett 5-3. We'll go to the 3rd when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. 16th ranked Captains lead 5-3. After Averett got 1 run back last half inning. First pitch from Tashard inside for ball 1 as Craig Johnson is at the plate. This one just gets foul. Like Johnson just got that off the tip of the bat. Johnson lined out to the second baseman in his first plate appearance to lead off the 2nd inning. Another foul ball. One and 2 the count. Tashard starting his first full inning on the mound after coming in relief last top half of the inning. And beautiful breaking ball catches Craig Johnson looking for strike 3, so Tashard picks up the strikeout. Second strikeout of the day by Tashard. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Nicholas Bayham. Bayham takes a ball in the dirt. Bayham reached on an error and came around to score last inning. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses high at the chin. Another fastball high from Tashard, so 3-0 the count. And good fastball. That one in the zone. That one misses those, so that will be a 1-out walk. As Bayham goes down to first, that'll bring up the shortstop, Nick DiNapoli. DiNapoli walked. Came around and scored last inning. And that pitch in the dirt, it'll be a wild pitch. That'll allow Bayham to scamper down to second base. Not sure if they were crossed up on the signals as Hutchins goes out to have a talk with Touchard. Looked like Hutchins was maybe expecting a fastball or at least something that wasn't breaking ball. He's been pretty good at blocking the plate. So runner at second base, 1 out, and 1-0 is the count to DiNapoli. Off-speed pitch hits the outside corner. This one hit out into right field. That'll get down for a single. And they're going to hold the runner at third. So that'll put runners on the corners. As Alex Abbey will come to the plate. Abbey had an RBI ground out in his first plate appearance of the day. First pitch to Abbey in the dirt. Another wild pitch that will allow the runner to get down to second base. So the double play out for the Cougars. One-zero pitch, a little check swing, and they're going to say he went around. Ball hit up the middle. That range over by Vidano to get it. Great play. And they're going to say throw pulled Tickle off the bag. Will be a single up the middle and an RBI single at that. Just an amazing play by Vidano to even get to that ball. So runners on the corners now. Still 1 out. That'll bring up Brandon Walker, the catcher. CNU now leads 6-3. Quick throw over to first. Shard looks in. Ball popped up out of play. CNU 4 hits. They have 6 runs, taking advantage of 2 Averett errors. 0-1 pitch fouled back to the net. Cougars played a tough schedule so far this season, played some really solid opponents. They played Roanoke, who is nationally ranked after going to the World Series last year. That ball in the dirt, and will be a wild pitch again for Touchard. That'll allow the runner to get down, do second base. As I was saying, Roanoke now up to, I believe, 8th in the polls. Had a really solid season so far, and Cougars played them. Cougars have also played some other solid teams, including Pfeiffer, who's in the conference but doesn't count as they transition from Division II to Division III. So they have some scholarship guys, I believe, still on their roster. And, of course, Christian Newport ranked 16th in the country. And then Tuesday, Averett is scheduled to play Tufts right here at Owen Fulton Field. Tufts nationally recognized team, getting votes in the poll. This little nubber up the middle. Trailer will try to get over to it. He will, and throw over to first for the out, but not before another run comes across for the Captains. That'll make it 7-3 here in the top of the third inning. So 2 outs and a runner at third. That'll bring up Austin Henry. Henry walked in his first plate appearance. First pitch swinging. This one hit out into left center field. A.J. Hart underneath it for the out. But not before CNU tacks on 2 more runs. They lead 7-3. The Cougars will be at bat when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network.
Number 3,
Drew Wilson here on the call here for Averett Baseball. The Cougars trail CNU 7-3 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Neil Hutchins will lead things off for the Cougars. High breaking ball from Husby. Hutchins fouls that one over toward the Averett dugout. That'll even the count of 1-1. Hutchins had the 2 RBI single back in the first inning. Put the Cougars on the board. He'll foul that one back to the net. Little check swing. He did not go. They're going to check down, and the field umpire agreed on the call. So 2-2 the count here to Hutchins. Pitch fouled over to the dugout again. So 2-2 still. Hutchins did not swing. They checked down again, and same call. I didn't feel like he went around there. Looked like he held up. So full count here to Hutchins. This ball chopped out to the shortstop. Third baseman going to come over and field it. Good play there by Woodard.
Now batting the designated hitter, Matt Tuggle.
So with 1 out, that'll bring up Matt Tuggle. Tuggle struck out in his first at bat. Fouls that one back to the backstop. Tuggle batting .313. big curveball in there for a strike on the inside corner. And Tuggle goes down swinging for out number 2. That'll bring up Zach DiCarlo.
Walking to the plate, number 10, Zach DiCarlo.
Carlo also went down swinging. Cougars have 3 runs on 3 hits so far today. Looking to put together a 2-out rally here. First pitch to DiCarlo, a ball low. Busby comes back with a breaking ball. That one misses as well. Big swing by DiCarlo. Just underneath the pitch. Ball put up into play. High into shallow right field. And the second baseman, Austin Henry, makes the catch for the out. So that'll be it for the Cougars in the bottom of the 3rd. Christopher Newport will be up to bat. They lead 7-3 when we go to the 4th. You're watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 4th inning. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Cougars. It's the freshman, Ben Kimberlin. He'll take over. Lefty will face off against Jordan Mason, as seen you at the top of their lineup once again. First pitch from Kimberlin in there for a strike. Kimberlin, a freshman out of Manassas. Off speed, like a changeup, missed high. Kimberlin making his 8th appearance of the season. This ball hit out and just beyond the reach of a diving Kyle Vidano, and it will be a single. That'll bring up Connor Clark. Kimberlin has pitched 4 2/3 innings this season coming into this appearance. Has 2 strikeouts, 6 walks. Has run into a little bit of trouble at times. Kimberlin comes in and just missed on the pitch, so that'll be a ball as Clark was showing bunt with nobody out and a runner on, trying to move the run over. Are the captains, it seems. Play a little small ball, see if the bunt is still on. It is not. That pitch misses inside, but too high. Two-0 pitch. Kimberlin finds the strike zone there for strike one. Lefty with a sidearm delivery. Quick throw over to first base, but Clark back in time. Or excuse me, Mason back in time. Kimberlin looks in, pitch on the way. And that one missed inside, so 3-1 the count. Heart of the lineup coming up for the captains. After Clark, it'll be Woodward, Johnson, and then Bayham, should they get to that point. And Kimberlin comes back with a good strike. So that'll run the count full. So 3-2, pitch fouled out of play by Clark. Runner on the move, pitch high, and that'll be a walk no matter what. So two aboard. The runner going, I don't know if that distracted Kimberlin, but he missed the zone. So the walk will bring up Seth Woodard, third baseman, here with two aboard. That one behind him, and that'll get away. It'll be a wild pitch, and the runners will advance a bag. So 1-0 the count. And a big swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch from Kimberlin. Pitch on the way. The ball hit foul down the left field line. And that ball fouled right back into the glove, so that will be a strikeout for Kimberlin. That's a huge out for the Cougars here.
What's the name of number 27?
So Craig Johnson will step up to the plate. Ball hit out into deep center field. A.J. Hart back. Runners tagging. And that will be a sacrifice fly for Craig Johnson. And that'll make it 8-3 in favor of the captains. That'll bring up Nicholas Bayham. Pitch misses outside. Ball popped up in the infield. Trailer, the shortstop, will take it for out number 3, but not before the captains tack on another run. They lead 8-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. A.J. Hart will lead things off for the Cougars. First pitch misses in there for a ball. Husby still on the mound for the Captains. And this one hit right back to him. Husby will underhanded over to first for the first out as Hart is retired. That'll bring up Ryan Traylor.
Now batting number 5, Ryan Traylor.
So Traylor will step in, then back to the top of the lineup for the Cougars. That ball hit into right field. And that'll be a single for Traylor. Here with one out.
Now batting number 4, Kyle Vidano.
So that'll bring up Kyle Vidano. So Vidano steps in, scored the first run of the day for the Cougars, and he's going to be plunked. And I believe that got him on the arm. I think it got his top of his shoulder or arm right in there, but might have got his helmet, but dangerous play. He was lucky to get out of the way. That was coming right for his face. So with two aboard now, that'll bring up Chase McKinney. He puts this one down the line in right field and drops foul. So McKinney one strike on him. He had a single in his first appearance, then reached on an error on a sacrifice attempt in his last appearance. So looks at another strike there. So 0-2 is the count. Fastball misses high. CNU finally has a couple guys up, tossing in their bullpen, just starting to warm up. That pitch in the dirt. Good job back there by Brandon Walker to knock that one down. It had backstop written all over it, and he was able to get all the way over into the other batter's box and block it. Certainly saved the runners from moving up. 2-2 pitch to McKinney, and fouls that one out of play to the right side. McKinney only playing in his 5th game of the season. Takes ball 3. McKinney played in that opening series to start the season against Washington and Lee and hurt his finger and had to sit out for a couple weeks, so he's just now coming back. And hits this one up the middle. That'll get through. That'll score a run. And Vidano over to third, and he's safe. Slid in underneath the tag. Good throw there by the center fielder, Mason.
Now batting number 15, Riley Tickle.
But an even better job by Vidano to slide in underneath the tag. And the Cougars have runners on the corners here with one out, and Bradley Tickle at the plate as they have now gotten the deficit down to 4 with a chance to chip into it even more here. Tickle had a sacrifice fly. So he brought in 1 run, one of his at-bats. He also had a sacrifice bunt. Time is called as they are working to touch up the bag over at third. Badano slid in hard and kind of made it pop up out of its rigging there. So, quick little fix. And we're ready to continue play here in the bottom of the fourth. This one hit out into left field by Tickle. Runner tagging, and Badano will come home. So another sac fly by Tickle brings in another run. Now the Cougars have pulled within 3 of the captains. Still lots of innings to be played. So with 2 outs and 1 aboard, I'll bring up Dallas Smithers. Smithers hitting .276. Runner on the move, little chopper right back to Husby. Able to knock it down and throw over to first in time for the 3rd out. Now before the Cougars score 2, they're back within 3 runs as CNU leads 8-5. We'll go to the 5th inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the top of the 5th inning. CNU leads Averett 8-5. Nick DiNapoli at the plate. Looks at ball 1 from Ben Kimberlin. This ball hit out into right field. DiCarlo circles around and makes the catch on the run for out number 1. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Alex Abbey. Lefty versus lefty matchup. That one hits the corner for strike 1. Abbey fouls that one back to the backstop. Pitch misses high around the letters. So 1-2 the count. That one, I think, was behind Abbey. Good job by Hutchins to get to it. So 2-2 the count. This ball stroked into shallow right field. That'll drop in for a single. And Abby is aboard here with one out. Abby's first hit of the day. Second hit of the day. That'll bring up Brandon Walker. Walker 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs and a run scored. Pitch misses outside, so 1-0. Another pitch misses. So 2-0 count. Ball fouled back to the backstop. Averett, 7-17 on the year. They are 4-10 at home. This ball hit out into shallow center field. A.J. Hart on the run. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So with 2 away, that'll bring up Austin Henry. Cougars had a rough start to the season. Lost 8 games in their first 9. But since then, they've started to find their way. Runner on the move, throw down to second. Vadano with the tag, and he's out. Great throw there by Hutchins to nail the runner. And that'll end the inning for the Cougars. We'll go to the bottom half. Cougars trail by 3. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Captains. It's number 25, Austin Slough. Slough, a junior out of Glen Allen, Virginia. He'll face off against Hutchins. Fastball misses high. Hutchins ended the inning with a beautiful throw down to second base. Catch the runner trying to steal. Now he'll lead things off for the Cougars. Ball hit out into shallow right field down the line. And caught in foul territory for the out. Good play by Craig Johnson to get over there for the first out. So that'll bring up Matt Tuggle. Tuggle 0 for 2. Ball fouled back to the backstop. And a swing and a miss from Tuggle. Tuggle gets a hold of that one, sends it foul over toward the right side, out of play. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball one. And that one just missed, much to the dismay of the captain's dugout. So 2-2 is the count to Tuggle. Two-two pitch, ball popped up. Foul along the right side, and battling and making the catch is the first baseman, Nicholas Bayham. Not sure if the sun was in his eyes or maybe a little bit of wind, but he did a good job shielding it off and making the catch for the out. So the Cougars now have 2 outs, and Zach DiCarlo is up. Carlo fouls that one out of play. A 1 pitch in the dirt. Carlo batting .242. That pitch misses outside, so 2-1. Curveball drops in for a strike. And just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. So 2-2 still the count, 2 to Carlo. Two-two pitch. Slap back to the pitcher, Slough, and he throws over to first base for the out. So Cougars go 1-2-3. We'll go to the 6th inning when we come back. Christopher Newport leads 8-5. Welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. I'm Drew Wilson, and we go to the top of the 6th inning. 16th ranked Christopher Newport leads Averett 8-5. Austin Henry will lead things off for the captains. Kimberlin's still on the mound for the Cougars. And breaking ball in there for a strike. Kimberlin comes back. This ball hit out into center field. A.J. Hart under it for the catch for out number 1. Really, the difference in this game was back in the top of the 2nd inning. CNU tacked on 5 runs, all unearned. That's kind of been the difference. Cougars have really done a good job throughout this game. Offense has put up some runs, taken what they've given them. Pitch to Mason, misses outside. This ball poked out into left field. Smithers bends down, makes the catch for the 2nd out. So with 2 out, that'll bring up Connor Clark. Clark 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs and a walk. He fouls that one out of play to the left side. Kimberlin comes back. Another foul ball. Kimberlin, not a guy who's going to throw super fast, but it's very deceptive sometimes with his delivery. Pitch misses high. So 1-2 the count. Ball popped up in the infield. Trailer calls Chase McKinney off, and that'll be the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go the captains here in the 6th. Cougars will be up when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cougars trail CNU by 3. A.J. Hart will lead things off for Averett. First pitch fouled out of play to the right side. Hart looks at that one in the dirt. Hart not exactly having the offensive season that he's hoped for so far, but he's been really strong defensively out in center field. Made some really great diving plays. Good strong throws. Fouls that one out of play, so 1-2 the count. Slough comes with a curveball, and that'll get hard swinging for out number 1. That'll bring up Ryan Traylor.
Now batting number 5, Ryan Traylor.
Traylor steps in. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike. Traylor 1 for 1 today with 2 runs scored. He was also hit by a pitch, was how he reached the other time. Looks at a fastball for strike 2. And caught swinging. Ball in the dirt, so they'll throw down to first and finish off the strikeout.
Now batting number 4, Kyle Vadano.
That'll bring up Kyle Vadano. Vadano 1 for 1 as a walk and a hit by pitch. Shows bunt. Beautiful bunt down the first base line. He'll beat that out easily with a single.
Now batting number 16, Chase McKinney.
That'll bring up Chase McKinney. Vadano, good sized lead over first. He's going to take off running. Throw down to second, not in time. Vadano, very aggressive on that play. Had a huge lead at first, considering Slough is a lefty. And the pitch was almost like somewhat of a pitch out. But still able to beat it out, and he's down at second base. Big swing and a miss from McKinney. First pitch was a ball, so that evens the count at 1-1. Ball chopped right back to Slough. He'll throw to first, 4 to the third out. So Dono unable to come in. And the Cougars still trail CNU 8-5. We'll come back to the 7th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Seth Woodard will lead things off for the captains. CNU holds an 8-5 lead here over the Cougars at Owen Fulton Field. Pitch from Kimberlin hits the inside corner for a strike. Kimberlin, so far, a solid outing. Pitch misses outside. Little check swing, and they will say that he went around. So 1-2 is the count to Woodard. One-two pitch popped up in the infield. Trailer out on the edge of the grass will make the catch. Had to back up at the last second, but puts Woodard away. That'll bring up Craig Johnson. Johnson steps in. First pitch, a ball. Johnson over 2 today. Did have an RBI earlier in the game. Looks at another ball, so 2-0 the count. Johnson, a senior out of Chesterfield, Virginia. Takes ball 3. Pitch in there for a strike. As Johnson was taken all the way. But he will take a walk on that pitch as it missed inside. So with one aboard, that'll bring up Nicholas Bayham. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch just missed the outside corner. Kimberlin trying to nibble a little bit. Ball popped up in the infield. Padano underneath it at second base and makes the catch. Looked like it shifted on him at the last second, but able to stay with it, and that'll be 2 outs. That'll bring up Nick DiNapoli. Ball misses low and away. Ball popped up into center field. A.J. Hart camps underneath it. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So the Cougars allow a runner on a walk, but they get out of the jam unhurt. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. I'm Drew Wilson, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Following the 7th inning stretch here at Owen Fulton Field, Cougars still trail by 3, and Bradley Tickle will lead things off. Curveball in there for a strike. Slough still on the mound after coming in relief. Fastball poked into left field. That has a chance. That will drop in down the line. And Tickle's aboard with a leadoff single.
Now batting number 2, Dallas Smithers.
So Dallas Smithers will come to the plate. Cougars with 7 hits. They've actually out-hit CNU 7-6 on the day. Bunt missed, and Tickle just barely gets back in on the throw down to first base. It will be a strike. He'll throw back over to first. Tickle back in plenty of time. Tickle not necessarily a threat on the base paths. No steal attempts this year. And that ball in there for a strike. So 0-2 the count to Smithers. After Smithers, it's Hutchins due up for the Cougars. That ball in the dirt. Tickle taking off. Throw down to second base, and he'll get in on the wild pitch. One-two pitch, misses outside. 2-2 count here to Smithers. Ball hit out into deep center field. Mason back to make the catch. Tickle shows tagging up, but he will not advance on the play. So the one out that'll bring up Neil Hutchins. Hutchins gave the Cougars a 2-0 lead back in the first inning with his 2-run single. After Hutchins, it would be Tuggle. Ball fouled out of play to the right side. Down by 3, this is a situation where if you can score at least 1 right here, you put yourself in a good position to just keep chipping away here over these last couple innings if you're the Cougars. 0-1 pitch, chopped over toward third. Play made by Woodard, but it will allow Tickle to move over to third base with 2 outs. For Matt Tuggle. Tuggle having a tough day at the plate. Curveball in there for a strike. Oh, 0-1 the count. Another curveball trying to hit the outside corner. Just missed the black. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Tickle 90 feet away. Tuggle fouls going back to the backstop. 1-2 pitch. And Tuggle stays alive, fouls that one out of play again to the right side. So they'll do it again, 1-2 the count. Curveball, and Tuggle offered at it. And that'll be strike 3. So that'll be it for the Cougars here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go to the 8th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th inning. We have a pinch hitter coming on to bat for the Captains. Brandon Ginch will slide into the DH spot, pinch hitting for Alex Abbey. He'll look at ball 1. Kimberlin's pitch misses low, so 2-0 the count. Pitch misses outside, so 3-0 the count. Three-0 pitch. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Ginch. So with one aboard, that'll bring up Brandon Walker. Bunt, drop down. Hutchins throws over to first in time, and the sack bunt will move the runner over. So with one out, that'll bring up Austin Henry. And looks like we might have a pitching change. No signal yet, so Drew Bailey just going to talk on the mound. We're going to take a break with him. And we're ready for action as the meeting is over. No changes to the lineup, so Averett first-year head coach Drew Bailey sticking with Kimberlin for now. Austin Henry at the plate. That pitch misses low. With one out, Tickle at first base playing in on the grass in case of a bunt. Lined at Chase McKinney. Great play, and he'll double up the runner at second base for the third out. That'll be it for Christopher Newport in the top of the eighth. We'll go to the bottom when we come back. Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Zach DiCarlo will lead things off for the Cougars. He'll face a new pitcher on the mound for CNU, Carter Strain. Tall righty has come on to pitch. Strain, native of Burke, Virginia, freshman. First pitch fouled out of play by DiCarlo. Cougars down by 3, running out of at-bats. Breaking ball missed high. Carlo gets a small piece of that one over toward the Averett dugout, so he is in a 1-2 hole here. And the pitch from Strain, and he gets DiCarlo to go down swinging for out number 1. That'll bring up A.J. Hart. Strain making his third appearance of the season. Pitched 2 innings coming into today as Hart tries to lay down a bunt and fouls that one. Strain hasn't allowed a run this season. Only 1 hit allowed. Does have 1 strikeout. And that pitch misses low and outside. Scoots back to the backstop. Another low pitch. 2-1. So Hart trying to get on board, fouls that one out of play to the right side over toward the CNU bullpen. Two count to Hart. And they're going to say Hart went around for the strikeout. Hard to tell from our angle in the press box if he went around. It's kind of a low pitch, a low swing. We were blocked, but umpires both agree that he did go around. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Ryan Traylor. Big swing by Traylor and missed on the inside pitch. Another big swing by Traylor and missed that one as well. So 0-2 hole here to the freshman. Breaking ball just missed inside. Good job by Traylor to lay off that one. 1-2 pitch, another ball low. Curveball just missed. That's a tough pitch to lay off. And he'll draw the walk, so good job by Traylor to be patient. And that'll bring up Kyle Vidano. So runner aboard for Vidano with 2 outs. Vidano, one of the guys you'd want to have at the plate if you needed a base hit. Came into the day leading the Cougars in batting average. Runner on the move, throw outside, but they're going to get Traylor on. I believe it was a 2-6 caught stealing. And that'll do it for the Cougars here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll go to the 9th when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Jordan Mason will lead things off for the Captains. First pitch low for ball 1. CNU with an 8-5 lead here over Averett. in the first meeting between these two former conference rivals. Ball popped up into right field. Vidano gives way to DiCarlo, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Connor Clark. Drops down a bunt. That's going to be a tough play. Hutchins with the throw. He throws wide. And it just will be a bunt single. So the 7th hit for the Captains. Puts a runner aboard here with 1 out. And Seth Woodard at the plate. Kimberlin looks in. Pitch on the way. Hits the inside corner for strike 1. Very good pitch there by the freshman. Woodard really right on top of the plate. Good throw over to first base. Make sure the runner stays put. Pitch misses outside. Runner on the move. Ball popped up in the infield. Vidano underneath it. Makes the catch. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Craig Johnson. 1 defensive change for the Cougars to start this inning. Corey Wall took over at first base.
Now batting number 7, Craig Johnson.
Breaking ball misses outside from Kimberlin for ball 1. That pitch behind Johnson. Good job by Hutchins to go out there and reel it in. That pitch in the dirt. As good as Kimberlin has been today, he has had a couple pitches here or there where he just lost the grip on it. But he's maintained his composure and done a really solid job so far in this relief appearance. Good off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Kimberlin's one of these very talented freshman pitchers that Coach Drew Bailey brought in. Runner on the move, and it will be ball 4. So 2 aboard here for Nicholas Bayham. And Drew Bailey making his way out to the mound. I believe we are going to have a pitching change. We'll let you know who it is when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. New pitcher on the mound is Dallas Smithers, who comes in from left field to take the mound for Averett. Taking over his place in left field will be Matt Wall. So that kills the DH for Averett. As Bayham is at the plate. 2 aboard, 2 out for the captains. First pitch from Smithers in there for a strike. Smithers making his 10th appearance on the mound. Another good fastball in there. 20 strikeouts and 30 2/3 innings for Smithers. Does have 2 saves. He's kind of been the closer for the Cougars when they've needed one this year. Come in late. It's good to have a upperclassman, a senior like Smithers, to come in and maybe finish off a couple games like he's done this year, especially with such a young pitching staff. Fastball misses outside. Good location, though, by Smithers, trying to get Bayham chasing. 1-2 the count. Smithers looking in. Hutchins with the signal. He'll look the runner back at second. Pitch on the way in the dirt. That gets away from Hutchins. Will be a wild pitch. Hutchins saved it from going into the CNU dugout, which would have been another base for the runners. So good hustle there by the catcher. Two and two the count. Smithers induces a chopper down to third. It's going to be a tough play by McKinney, and good throw in time for out number 3. So Smithers comes in and gets the Cougars out of a jam and keeps the deficit only 3 as the Cougars go to their final at-bat. Down by 3 here as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the 9th here as the Cougars trail Christopher Newport 8-5. Kyle Vidano at the plate. New pitcher on the mound for CNU. Get to that in a second. Vidano laces this one deep into left field. It's going back, and a great play at the wall by the left fielder. Over the shoulder diving catch against the wall. Connor Clark, tremendous play. That could have easily been trouble. And that's out number 1. New pitcher this inning for CNU is Joe Burris. closer has 3 saves coming today. This is another save opportunity for him should he close the door. Chase McKinney at the plate for Averett. Looks at ball 1. McKinney fouls that one out of play. That'll even the count. Pitch in there for a strike. Fastball misses high. Two and two the count. McKinney might want to have that one back. That was right down the middle, maybe a little bit inside. Found it over the net. Burris comes with curveball, and McKinney stays alive. Two-two pitch popped up, and that'll get out of play as well. Burris, the lefty, looks in. 2-2 pitch again, and McKinney stays alive, able to fight off. That last pitch was a little bit on the outside corner. It's hard to tell if it would have been a ball or a strike, but close enough to where you need to swing. And this one hit right back up the middle off of Burris's glove. Throw over to first in time for the 1-4-3 putout. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Corey Wall.
Number 9, Corey Wall.
Wall came in as a defensive replacement in the top half of the inning over at first, so getting his first at bat of the day. Wall, a junior, has 2 hits on the year and 2 runs batted in. Lays off that pitch. It's pretty close, but it is a ball. A big swing by Wall and a miss. Averett down to its final out. One pitch and check swing, but did not go around. And that one does catch the inside corner, so 2-2 count now to Wall. Two-two pitch, fouled out of play by Wall. If Wall could extend this game, Dallas Smithers would be up next. Two-two pitch, and they're going to get Wall looking on the outside corner for strike 3, and that'll do it as the 16th ranked Captains defeat Averett 8-5 here at Owen Fulton Field. Slough will get the victory in relief. That moves him up to 2-1 on the season. Ford takes the loss. That drops him to 0-1. And Burris picks up his 4th save of the season. Averett will fall to 7-18 overall, and Christopher Newport improves to 14-4. So for everybody here at Owen Fulton Field, thanks for tuning in to today's game as the Cougars fall to the Captains 8-5. Be sure to pick up all the latest news and check out the stats from today's game at AverettCougars.com. Be sure to follow us at Averett U Cougars on our social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. We'll be back on the air, scheduled for Tuesday's game against Tufts University right here at Owen Fulton Field, so be sure to check us out in that one. Until then, take care and go Cougars.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.